Hi, Connie. Hi, Holly. Right, so here's some feedback on your Digipack Draft 1. So what I'm going to use is, remember this was the slideshow we gave you for the previous students' work. And these are the 4 areas which I need to look at. Your use of camera and Photoshop, your selection of the mise-en-scène, words, the copy you've used, and also how you've put it all together in InDesign. Okay, and how you've integrated those images and words. All right. So here's the draft, and well done for getting it up. Okay, so 24 Hour Psycho by Marguerite. I think that's quite good titles and band name or artist name. And there's lots I like about it. I like the kind of psychedelic party, slightly off the wall, crazy feel to it, which is exactly what you wanted, I know. Let's look at the images. You've got this really quite striking image of Marguerite, looking kind of wide-eyed into the camera. In some ways, I think you're probably over-editing this now. I think you've got this mirroring effect. You've obviously cut her face out and offset that, and in the background we've got this dappled pastel kind of colours in the back. You've also gone into her eye, and you've done some weird stuff in her eye there, and a little squiggle there. Feels to me to be too much. I mean, I think the most obvious one that works for me is the cutting the face out, and in her mind, behind her face is this kind of cosmic psychedelic miasma of weirdness. I don't think it needs replicating here. I quite like that you're changing the eye, but I think to do it twice, I'm not sure if I'd bother with that. So slightly over edited on that one, I'd say. I like this page, which I know, Holly, you put together. You've got this nice image, which you've taken out and blended with all this lovely kind of dots and swirls and patterns, and that works really, really well. I'm not quite sure what this is down the edge there. What's that all about? Is that an error? Is that being picked up? I think this is being picked up from this page here. So I think what you've got is a little edge of Marguerite's arm. So please make sure that this image goes right to the edge of this page. We get rid of that. Otherwise, I really like this. Again, you're sticking with the color schemes. Behind the CD, I'm not sold. I think it's a bit too random. Why would I be interested in her hands and kind of waist? It's what's it for? I don't get it. So I'd like you to replace that, even if you replaced it with one of these kind of images, or one of these sections just kind of blown up. Use a graphic. You've clearly done some nice stuff with graphics, and you've used nice colors there. So I'd put a graphic in there instead, and because that image just seems weird to me. I like this image. I like lots of things about it. I like it's kind of slightly unconventionally framed. You haven't made her great big. You've got this great arm going up, which you're using as a way to bring the font down there, which I really I like that. I like the composition of the image. It's quirky, it's off the wall, it's personal. Great bit of modeling there from Marguerite. I like the background as well. I like you've gone for, again, the same color palette which you've been using on the front image and this image too. The font, I don't want to be you anymore, Blake. Party flow. Why haven't you put spaces? You should see me in a crown. In a crown? You should see me in a crown. Why hasn't that got spaces? Whereas Party Favor has. You can go for this really unconventional thing. Well, I'm just not going to use any spaces in my sentences, but do it consistently. Or if it's a mistake, put some spaces in there. I'm not that sold on the font. I think the font works well on the front as this kind of clunky retro kind of 80s, um, really pixelated. It works less well in my view for this list here. So I might think I'd like maybe have a little play with the font, see what else kind of pops out. See if you can go for something a bit more, well, a bit different, maybe a bit more stylish, maybe kind of simple sans serif font. Have a play. I'm not 100% sold even with my own thoughts there, but it feels like the font and the list there. By the way, there's only 6 songs in this album. I'm not going to buy it. I want at least 10 songs on my album or 9 songs on my album. So please add some more songs in. Otherwise, I think it's lovely. You'll need your barcode. You'll need copyright information down at the bottom here. You're also going to need to complete your spines. And it does also look as though this background image has been pushed out because you've got this random white bar at the bottom. And I remember when you exported it, it said there was some elements of that last page which were out of the kind of the artboard. So get that image and put it back in correctly. I think actually, considering it's come together so quickly, I think it's pretty good. As I like this front page, slightly over edited, I think, in the effects. I like this very much. I think that works really well, but you need to get the image to fill the pane. Don't get this, don't understand it. It seems random. I like this very much, except the font and for the number of tracks and some conventional features like the spine, a place for the barcode, copyright information, please. Okay, but otherwise, very well done, ladies. You've really only got tomorrow to get this draft complete. So please get yourself into the media room in your freeze and at lunchtime, get this draft put together, and hopefully by 3:30, the final draft will be in. Okay, well done. Thanks very much.